Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Lifestyle Pioneers. Before we dive in, we've got an exciting announcement.
Yeah, we sure do. We've got a $1,000 gift card to give away. $1,000 from Black Duck Seat Covers. This isn't associated with Black Duck. This is just off our own bat. Details are going to be at the end of this video, so stick around for that and enjoy the episode.
Enjoy guys, we'll see you at the end.
And welcome to Litchfield National Park. How excited are we about this? This is going to be absolutely awesome. Liz is excited. She's like a dog with two tails.
I've wanted to be here for a very long time. Simon's always said it's the best national park he's ever been to, so I'm pretty excited.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, how to reach for the city lines. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along.
Yeah, look, honestly, I think this is probably one of the best national parks I've ever been to in Australia. The last time I was here was over 15 years ago, so I'm so excited to have a bit more of an explore around. We've got way more time this trip than I did back then. So yeah, we're going to really get under the skin of Litchfield. We're not leaving here until we've been to everything there is to see and do that we can find out about at least. Today, first cab off the rank is going to be the Reynolds four-wheel drive track. We're going to head down and check out Sandy Creek, as it's called. About a 3.5K walk once we get there. So we've come out here first thing this morning to hit this one first, and then we'll see how much else we fit into the day. We've left the caravan out at camp just outside the national park. We'll show you guys a bit of that later, but for now we're just going to go for a four-wheel drive just with the Ranger and go and check out what we can find. Excited?
Let's go. I'm so excited. I'm a little bit nervous about the creek crossings because I've never done creek crossings that have crocodiles in them before.
There are rumoured to be a couple of decent creek crossings to go down on this track, and we're not going to be walking them to check, but it does get pretty well driven, this track. I don't think we're going to have any trouble, but we'll see if we can make it through.
Simon's a happy man. As soon as he gets the tyres wet,
Oh yeah, it was long. That's what I was saying.
he's a happy boy.
Yeah, that was a decent water crossing, like 1/2 metre deep, and it was probably 100 metres long. Or maybe not quite. Probably 50 metres long. Always feels longer than what it is. But anyway, yeah, decent river crossing. Firm bottom though, easy crossing. But yeah, a bit of fun. It's always good to get a bit of water under the wheels and drive through a bit of water. We made it in Sandy Creek. That was a pretty easy little drive. The river crossing at the start was definitely the most challenging part, but quite doable. Very achievable for camper trailers to get in here. Caravans, you would struggle. A little hybrid, you might get in. It's only really just that, again, like the limbs and the trees are a bit tight to be able to get through. We just come in and have a bit of a look at the campground. Beautiful campground here. There's about 14 sites, designated sites, flushing toilets, showers, beautiful little spot. It'd be a great spot to hang out if you had a camper trailer, rooftop tent, anything like that. You'd get in, no worries. So we're just going to go on the walk now. It's about 1.7k each way. So walk in, hang out, have a swim, have something to eat, and then we'll walk our way back out. So we're we're excited. Yeah, the sign said it was a safe spot to swim. Not many crocodiles, no big ones. And as classic rookies, we've left our little baby carrier for James at the caravan. I did a bit of a clean out of the ute the other day to go shopping and forgot to put it back in. So yeah, we're gonna just do it the tough way today, carrying him or making him walk a bit as well. But the only trouble with a big walk with James, he'll do it, but it's not the quickest way to travel. And we've got a few things we'd like to get done today. We can squeeze them in, so I think carrying him might be the order of the day for most of this. What did you see, James?
Wonderful.
Where is it? Where is it?
Where is it, James? We made it. Have a go at that. How good is this? Whew, we'd heard it's one of the most impressive falls in Litchfield, and I think so far it's living up to it.
I can't wait to get in there. That looks awesome. And it's been quite the hike in, so a bit hot and sweaty, and I don't care if it's really cold.
Thumbs up. Oh, that's good.
Stand up here. Stand up.
Oh, that was Sandy Creek. That was unreal.
The best.
A 3.5k return walk. It's a bit of a hike, but definitely worth the hike. Suprise Creek and Suprise Creek Falls, I think, is the plan. Push on down there, see what that track's like, and probably head back for a cold beer and maybe even a swim in the pool back at the caravan park. So
Definitely going to be well earned today.
yeah. That swim was unreal. It was a little bit fresh in there. She was a bit cold, but
good.
So good. I love getting up under a waterfall and chilling out. And we timed it perfectly, you know. We didn't get here early. We probably got here about 10 o'clock, I suppose.
Yeah.
And nearly had the whole waterfall to ourselves. Oh, we did have the waterfall to ourselves for a little bit of it. So
there's probably twice as many cars in the car park now than when we got here, though.
She's filling up fast. So
yeah, early is better.
Definitely. All right, we're going to keep pushing on. Oh, just pulled up here at Suprise Creek Falls, and Liz is trying to guide me to the car park. So there's a big rock in front of me. Can you just show me how close I can get to it? She's outside the car going like this, and I drive forward a bit, and the hands didn't move. And I'm looking at her going, what over there? And she's, keep coming. And I drive a bit forward again. She, distance. Oh my God. This is why she drives when we're back in the caravan in somewhere, because I'd much rather be outside the van and giving the instructions. But anyway, we made it. Surprise. All right, we're going to see how far this walk is, eh?
Suprise Falls. I'm pretty excited about this one. It was a nice drive in. I'm thinking, how would you feel about me driving back, honey?
I think you could have a little drive back.
Give you a rest. I thought I'd have a crack at driving out because I'm an experienced four-wheel driver and that's what the track recommends. No, I think I need a bit more practice four-wheel driving, and Simon's happy to lend some tips, so let's see how this goes. Let's do this. Slow, fast, slow.
Definitely do one or the other.
Thanks for your help. Hot tips with Simon. I cannot see over the bonnet.
Yeah, mate, you want to share one? So something you might have already seen in some of our footage, and something that's iconic, I guess, for the Northern Territory is these absolutely massive termite mounds. Now, I don't know how big that looks, but I'll walk up to it in a minute and give you an idea. Yeah, if you saw our Plenty Highway episode, there was a massive one we did on there, but then come over and have a look at these ones over here. It's incredible that something so tiny could make such a big structure. It's incredible. Now, these ones might look almost as big, but the tricky thing about these ones is they're called magnetic termite mounds. So they point them north-south, and they're quite skinny so that they don't get too much of the sun to try and keep their homes cool. Obviously, warm climate up here. So come and have a look at these side on, and they're really, really narrow. And so they do that so through the hottest part of the day, they get very little sun on their homes, which is pretty amazing. This is one of the only places we've seen where there's both types in the same area. Often you find that, yeah, it's one type or the other in the area that you're in, but it's just incredible. They just go, we'll show you, but they just go for miles. There is absolutely thousands of them. It's just an awesome, awesome thing to see. Just, I don't know, something really iconic about this area, and that interesting. I don't know, I find them interesting. Do you find them interesting?
I find them very interesting. They're made by the termite spit, which is disgusting. So don't go touching them if you're not keen on that. But yeah, they're cool. They're cool how they make them.
If you've got any more termite or knowledge, or if you know any more about these termites than we do, because we're only just going off a little bit of what we know, leave us a comment below. Let us know a bit more and educate us and everyone else, and let us know a bit about them, because we're fascinated by them. We're still hanging out in Litchfield here for another few days. We dropped Mum back off yesterday. She had to fly back out, unfortunately, so Mum's gone. We took her into Darwin yesterday and had a heap of running around to do. We're at the Litchfield Tourist Park, which is the last, there's a few caravan parks just on the eastern side of Litchfield National Park. we're the last caravan park. There is one more campsite up further called Zebrastone. This place here, $25 a night, unpowered camping for the four of us. And if you stay 4 nights, you only pay for 3. So for $75 for 4 nights here, that'll do me. It's we've got a swimming pool, good trees, beautiful grassy areas. I think powered's about $40 a night as well, if that's what you're interested in. But I reckon it's one of the better looking parks. We haven't been into them all, but of the ones we've driven past, I reckon this is one of the best. And like I said, it's the closest to Litchfield as well. So we've been using it as a base to go and explore in there, which has just worked out really, really well for us. And it actually works out cheaper. If you stay for 4 nights here, it works out cheaper than staying in the national park itself. And she's pretty crammed in there at the moment. So we've got a fair bit of room out here. This suits us just fine. We're not normally caravan park people, but hey, when it works out financially, when the value's there, you got to take it, right? And it means we've got showers and toilets and all those extra luxuries, and we can plug into water. So yeah, we're really enjoying our time here. Tomorrow we will take you back into Litchfield and start exploring a little bit more. There's a heap more waterfalls and stuff to see in Litchfield, a few more swimming holes as well. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. Stick around for that, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. So we've left camp this morning. We've got away with a decent time actually, probably just after 8 o'clock. Driven basically to the furthest thing from our campsite, which is Walker Creek, and that's where we've just arrived now this morning. So there's no actual waterfall here, which is a bit different for Litchfield. Nearly all the walks go to a waterfall. This is just Walker Creek, goes up to a little swimming hole. It's a 3.5k return walk, so I think we'll just do this one this morning as a bit of a warm-up, and just to get out and stretch our legs. It's a beautiful little quiet walk along the creek this morning. We'll go check that out, and then we're going to start making our way back towards camp, one sort of stop at a time, and check out a few things along the way. So there's a couple of waterfalls, there's the cascades, and a few other things we're going to check out on the way through. So this road that we're on, that we've driven from, this goes through now through all the way to Berry Springs. So if you were to come into Litchfield from the Berry Springs road, this would be your first stop, would be Walker Creek. So we're going to now be heading back towards Bachelor, I guess, as on our way through to check out everything along the way. So come along, we'll go check it out.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within calling. This heavy load got under your skin.
We packed the kids' swimming gear in. It is a bit fresh this morning. I don't know if I'm that keen for a swim, especially in the shade. It's quite cool still. So yeah, we'll see if we're keen for a swim once we get there, but we figured we might as well bring the gear in just in case. We've also remembered to bring James's baby carrier, his little backpack, which is handy. We didn't forget it again. But yeah, it's a nice little walk so far. We've just gone the first few hundred metres up over the ridge, and now we've come back down into walking along the creek line. There's bush camping here as well, dotted along the creek, so it's walk-in sites only, hike-in sites. But it seems to be pretty nicely set up. So I think there was 6 different sites, but they're all, is it 8, is there? 8 different sites, they said. So yeah, they're dotted along the creek as you're walking up. So yeah, it seems like you'd get it, you know, if you wanted to walk in here, you'd get a nice little secluded spot to yourself, which is fantastic, I think. So yeah, I mean, not far from Darwin either, pretty easy weekender or a day trip even, overnighter from Darwin to come down here and have a nice little night camped on the creek. It'd be bloody beautiful. Plenty of fresh water anyway. You wouldn't have to bring too much drinking water in. It'd be nice. So yeah, you'd want to pack your mozzie repellent. In fact, anywhere you're going in Litchfield, or Kakadu for that matter, any of these top end national parks, make sure you got plenty of mozzie repellent. You're going to need it. It's yeah, particularly obviously mornings and evenings, they're pretty bad, but even through the day they're about, so definitely worth protecting yourself from them. Well, this is nice. We just got here and this is already ready to jump in for a swim. The boys are just having a snack over here, and yeah, I just went for a little walk. It's just a heap of little cascades.
got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feels bottled up inside, heading for collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die.
Well, that was bloody awesome.
That was so good. To have it to yourself at this time of day.
Yeah, there's only a couple other people around and there's plenty of room to spread out. So, yeah, you really get a feeling of having it to yourself, which is nice. I think low expectations helped as well. I don't think we were expecting too much from it. And just wait there, boys. I'll help you across. Yeah, we weren't expecting too much from it and it ended up being a beautiful little swim. Probably one of the best swims we've had. A lot of the rock holes are really cold and the kids don't last very long in there before they get the shivers, and that includes the pool at the caravan park. But this was nice. It was just cool enough to be refreshing, but was beautiful once you're in. And I just love swimming in fresh water. I reckon it's the bomb. So good. We're going to trek back now, jump in the car, and then head forth and see what else we find. So we'll see you back at the car.
So I think Wanji is next, and it's just, you can't swim there. So it's a viewing platform one. That'd be nice.
So we'll go and check out Wangi Falls and then see if we do another waterfall this afternoon, or that we just go and find a nice water hole to have a swim in. There's a couple we know of, Buley Rockhole, and maybe even, what's that, Florence Falls is a relatively easy walk in there too. So, yeah, and they're a bit closer back to camp. But anyway, we'll go check out Wangi Falls and make a plan from there. Well, that was Wangi Falls. That was pretty impressive waterfall. I can see why it's popular, but I don't know, I think there's better spots in Litchfield, just quietly. But worth stopping in and having a look at the waterfall for sure. It'd probably be a bit different if you could swim here. It'd be a nice spot for a swim, but again, it's definitely one of the busier spots. But no walk to get in here. It's a few hundred metres from the car park and very accessible. So wheelchair and pram friendly as well, which you know, is nice that there's some spots here that people can make it into. Yeah, bloody tall waterfall, and it's nice. It's got the twin falls, makes it quite impressive. Bit of a tight squeeze. Oh. We have arrived at Buley Rockhole. We just found out today, being Friday, is the first day of the long weekend. It's not a Monday public holiday, it's a Friday public holiday. So that explains a little bit why there are so many people around. So Buley Rockhole, we've just struggled to get even a car park here. So I think she's gonna be pretty busy. But we're all keen for a bit of a swim. It's getting pretty late in the afternoon. Well, it's mid-arvo. Good time for a swim. It's getting pretty warm. So we'll make the most of it. you think of that, Harrison?
Amazing!
What do you think of that, James?
Amazing!
Oh, they're selling it. That was cool. It's busy and popular, but I can tell why. It's a great spot just to have an arvo, chill out, swim. It's multiple pools and cascading water coming down. Just a sweet spot to chill out for a couple of hours, wasn't it?
That was excellent. Definitely worth going to. Yeah.
So we probably spent 2 hours in there. It's a really easy walk from the car park. It's only a few hundred metres from the car park. And even though there's a lot of people here, there's plenty of room to spread out. Like we had a rock hole to ourselves for most of the time we were there. And there's plenty for big kids, little kids.
Let's go.
Back to camp. It's 4:15, beer o'clock. Go get some dinner on.
Dangerous day to be a bottle of wine.
It is a dangerous time to be a beer too, just quietly. All right, we'll see you back at camp. Back at camp. Would you like a wine?
You are husband of the year, honey. Cheers.
Cheers. Right, does anyone know if these things actually work? Because they seem to be doing bugger all. How Mozzie called? I love the smell of them. They remind me of camping as a kid, but I don't know that they do much more than that, apart from ignite my nostalgia. They don't ignite much else. That was a bloody good day. That was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Good swim this morning, bit of sightseeing, and then good swim this afternoon. It's definitely the way to do it. Back at camp now, it's a bit of 4:30, so we'll just have a bit of a drink. Kids are just finishing watching a show that they were watching in the car, so we'll have a moment of peace and quiet, and then we'll get some tucker on and feed up. I think the plan tomorrow, we're just going to hang around camp tomorrow here, I think. Have a rest day. I've got a heap of editing to do to get another episode out for you guys. So I think we'll just hang out and have a bit of a rest day. We might go out in the afternoon for a swim, we'll see how we go. But there is the pool here at the caravan park, so we'll take the kids up there for a swim a bit later in the day as it gets hotter. And just try and get a few things done. Well, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of our Litchfield trip. We had an absolute ball in Litchfield, loved it. Part 2 of that will be coming up next Sunday, so keep an eye out for that. But for now, let's talk about how you can get your hands on this $1,000 gift voucher from Black Duck Seat Covers.
So all you need to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, so hit the subscribe button now, and then in the description there's a link to our Instagram. Head over to our Instagram at The Lifestyle Pioneers and follow along there. On our Instagram there will be a post that says Black Duck Seat Cover Giveaway. Once you've done those 2 things, write done in the comments and you're in.
Simple as that. We're also giving you a couple of opportunities to get bonus entries. So while you're there on that Instagram post, once you've hit done, if you tag a mate, we'll give you a bonus entry for that. We'd really appreciate that. But make sure you're only sharing it with one of your mates that's interested in what we're doing. Chuck their name in there and tag them and we'll give you a bonus entry. The other thing is, if you're a Patreon of ours, you've automatically got a bonus entry to this competition. And if you sign up as a Patreon before the 1st of March, which is when we're going to close this competition, you will also get a bonus entry for that. So any patrons that are signed up by the 1st of March, you're entered. So you can get 3 entries to this competition by subscribing to the YouTube, following us on Instagram, that gets you 1. And make sure you add done to that Instagram post. Tag one of your mates in that post, we'll give you an extra entry. And if you signed up as a Patreon by the 1st of March, 2022, you will also get a bonus entry and gives you 3 entries into that competition.
Once you've written done in the comments, that's so we can cross-reference that you are both a subscriber and a follower, and we'll contact you via Instagram.
Yeah, we will be checking, so don't try and do any sneaky stuff.
Sneaky.
Entries, as I said, close on the 1st of March, and we'll be drawing it and announcing the winner on our YouTube channel right here on the 6th of March 2022. So look around for that. Good luck to everyone. Can't wait to share this lucky prize with one of you guys. We really appreciate everyone's support, and we are just really excited to be able to give back to this awesome community. I can't recommend highly enough a decent set of seat covers, and we love the Black Duck ones, which is why we decided to give these away. This isn't associated with Black Duck in any way. This is off our own bat. We just wanted to do something to give back to our awesome community. So thanks again, everybody, and we will see you
next Sunday.
We'll see you next Sunday, guys. I'm hoping this might be a nice little surprise in here.
I'm trying to think of a good joke.
So I just burnt my fingers on picking up the bloody tongs that were sitting on the edge of the barbecue, and I didn't notice, and it melted the plastic handle, and I then got burnt plastic stuck to my fingers.
Who's doing it?
We can both try, whatever.
Okay. Welcome back to another episode of...
Don't look at me.
Welcome back to another episode... No, I look weird. Go, you do it. We have a $1,000 black duck seat cover. What is it?
Just want to let you know about a little giveaway that we've got going on, which is, no, that's not a little giveaway at all.
It's not little, it's big.